See, there's two things people always love in this world. The first one is money, and the other one is big, fat, jolly dudes. Throughout history, some of the most loved characters in any genre are decently fat. We got Santa, Fat Albert, and Shugoki. All overweight, but not like a I'm gonna die at age 35 because it's my choice, American, but the haha, I'm fat, yeah, but with a P fat. Sure, Shugoki seems like a very jolly person as he laughs in a lot of his executions, and really some of them are just comedic relief, but Shugoki to anyone not playing him is a fucking demon. Playing him for this video was some of the most toxic for honor I have ever played. Instant hyper armor, variable time to damaging heavies, and a damaging bash that can cook into the most set against the right people. I gotta say, before I even start, a lot of the early game helmets will not be covered because they're just genuinely pieces of steaming dog shit. No man past that bait would really willingly use these. So if you ask me about some low tier helmet, your stereotype is your eyes must just not be working to think this is a good helmet. Before we even start, don't forget to sub. It really helps show that you guys still enjoy this series, and there's a big margin if you guys not subbed. So just double check, it's free, and you can always change your mind. Let's get right into it. See, just like all new players in For Honor, we're all drawn to a character almost immediately. Where I was drawn with Warden for his looks and his weapon, some people might have been drawn to Raider for his Viking prowess and muscles, and then there's the new players who want to look as goofy as physically possible. You know those guys that go into any game and say, I'm gonna make an abomination in any game that has a character creator? Yeah, these guys went to Shugoki instantly, because when they saw a cast full of strong men and women, they looked at the fat man and said, oh yeah, I can work with this. They just try funny shit all the time. Mainly HUD spamming, not to be optimal, but just because it's really funny. Be honest, you're literally only using this for the stupid ass nose hairs. You probably made the whole ass idea for your fashion based off the old man whose nose hairs are longer than his...
Okay, 3 in a row.
Yeah, I'm gonna not continue that one. You're a troll Shugo who is playing in your early stages of Shugoki. Your mostly mindset is just to make the fat man look as dumb as possible. You think default helmet is actually pretty good, but it's just missing some key details to really make it stand out. So when you unlocked the Raijin helmet, you felt like your prayers were definitely answered. These guys are still in the lower reps, but are rejecting the stupidity of the other helmets and are actively trying to look good with what they got. They don't know much, honestly. They don't even know how to really play Shugoki, and they didn't even know he had variable time heavies. They just hit buttons and hope that they pick the right one. You see yourself as some sort of team leader, willing to do literally every single job your team needs, without thanks. You most likely are going from boosting in a point to clearing minions and then stopping a gank attempt on your team. You are literally trying so hard to win this game, but most of the time you just lose because you're a solo queue player. Now in the world of For Honor, you cannot solo queue. You question yourself, why are you trying to even solo queue the minion, but you can never answer the questions fast enough before the match can start. You definitely smoke weed and other drugs that give you a massive high, because if we know anything, a lot of people love to play fighting games while they're high as fuck. So you went with this helmet that it was a physical splitting image of you after you finished smoking. You are the worst teammate anyone can ask for, and no, nobody says, God, I hope my teammate this game is over the legal limit and high off their ass. Listen, every Shugoki main in their life has used the Ryorta helm at least once in their lives of maining Shugoki. Rep 3, Rep 30, everyone tried it when it first came out to the game. And the only difference is now only the low reps really use it because they think it's so cool. Dude, first, lay off the anime and take a shower. You're stinking up your mom's house. Second, this helmet looks pretty ass after you see the other options. So basically, if you're using the Ryorta helm, you're not above Rep 5, and you probably stayed below that rep because you cannot commit yourself to playing the hero for more than 2 matches. This is Shugoki's War Pig, and I've explained that a War Pig means, but let's go through it again one more time. In TF2, there was a hat called the War Pig, which was used by players who overestimated how good they were at the game. So in simpler terms, people who use the inugami 90% of the time think they are better than everybody else in the lobby. These guys will fuck up and feed revenge, but somehow it's your fault because they said you aren't confirming their hits. Most of the time, these guys are so easily frustrated because they think that variable time heavies equal free win. When you somehow parry one of them, they lose their fucking minds. Sure, some Shugokis that use the inugami can be good, but if you told half of them that they're not as good as they think, expect to be targeted all game. With almost all samurai characters, there's that one headpiece that really makes them look like royalty, and the Dajikin is what any Shugoki runs if they have king or emperor in their name. They go full cosplay mode with a full red and gold fashion to really bring home the colors of Japan's emperors. And just like the emperors, they have a short-ass temper. Normally, these guys just keep the molding to themselves or their Discord call. When these guys aren't molding about something in-game, they're actually kind of nice. Most of the time they fuck up anything, they will apologize and genuinely feel bad for fucking it up. You have hit the final stage of Shugoki. Remember when I said that this helmet was the early game troll for Shugo players? This is the late game one. Nobody who is actually trying to look good ever, and I mean ever, runs this helmet. To people who don't play Shugoki or any samurai, did you even know this helmet existed? Because I didn't until I got him to Rep 7. I would rather be wearing a reverse bear trap into battle than wearing what the fuck ever this thing is. I can't even speak because it's so ass. It looks like the one community helmet in Chivalry 2, then yet again, nobody uses because it's so goddamn ugly. These guys are the Ryurta Shugokis all grown up. And just like Weebs IRL, they never really grew out of their quote-unquote phase, and continued coping that the helmet is actually really good, but the difference between these two is actually massive, because these Shugokis have been playing for a lot longer, and they are a lot smarter. Sadly, they are still insanely cringe and 100% spam the call your manager execution, and I know for a fact, you say call your manager out loud every time you do it. You really hope that people in Discord call are gonna laugh, but they just never do, so you sit there in awkward silence. But like, can you stop complaining for 5 minutes? I have never met a person who wears this helmet who is over the age of 16. Loudmouth voice chat enthusiasts who can't stop complaining and crying about every little thing. And normally what they're complaining about is true, but dude, just fucking chill for 5 minutes, take a walk, smell the roses, stop complaining and come back. These guys are a huge majority. These guys are good, bad, toxic, and nice all at the same time. It's something about these guys that you just never figure out. And just like their gameplay, it's just confusing and way too effective. One moment these guys can be arguing and complaining about something, and the next thing you know, he's stomping the enemy team that he was just complaining about. These guys are like firecrackers, because they're either really good and entertaining, or they will just blow up in your face. You're doing this to probably look like a shark. And before I get comments saying, but you bash on the other helmets that look like this, yeah, well, this one's different. No, really. Most of these guys are trying either a full white Goki or pairing the white with a red to make the white really pop out and stand out. Overall, these guys are alright, I guess. I mean, most Keshin Shugokis I see are really just there to play with their team. You'll never really find these guys without someone hugging them all the time. So you're probably surprised that this one's on the list, because for every other variant, I've forgotten to talk about them. But actually, I did it on purpose. Every person using the smaller variant of the Iichi have been forgotten by their friends so often that they just solo queue every time. They've taken this time to be by themselves, to really grow as a person, and really just do better and thrive on their own. It's just a shame that because they're still playing solo queue and they're losing every game, because, you know, Frauner's a bitch. Alright, ladies and gentlemen, as always, that has been another hero off the list. This one is actually kind of fun, because Shugoki was just kind of super easy and chill to play. Getting the right bait was honestly the easiest thing I've probably ever done in For Honor. Honestly, any hero with variable time devies is just really always a blast to play, and seeing how many people just cannot deal with them, it's always just fun. As always, I hope you guys have a fantastic rest of your day. I'll see you guys in the next one.